Hey guys, this is Patrick Lee. He's the earbud guy. Let's just call him the earbud guy. He met me today and we're at the Commodore at Madeira Beach. So it's just before light. I'm going to fly the drone for a little bit. We'll stand on the beach and then make some sort of plan. But pleasure meeting you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Let's get this going today for sure.
Go. I'm ready.
Sweet.
Okay, and then you're gonna push this to detect, or the detect button here don't really matter. Well,
It'll cycle back on its own, right? It just takes like 2 seconds. It'll cycle back on its own. Like here, let's see what mine chooses as a channel, right? You just had channel 6. See if it won't choose channel 6. So channel 0, right? So 0 through, or it's negative something through, I think it's negative 9 through 9, right? So that's how many channels there are. But that just means we're on a different channel, and we can come really, really close without it interfering almost any
right
sound.
now. When I first turned mine on, it was going nuts.
Yeah, well, once we channel it out, and then that's what that is. It's a noise cancel as far as the frequency in the air, right? So if you're having a problem with cell phones and the tower or whatever, somebody's using a lot of juice,
more often,
you should, just cycle away from whatever you're doing, and then you can always just turn down your sensitivity. But ground balance is, I always run 0, and a subscriber told me, Joe told me that once. He's like, just run 0. And I kill the gold, so I don't ever go to the...
Some people put the tracking ground balance on and stuff. I've tried that both ways, and I don't see a lot of advantage in that or nothing either, though, you know?
No, I've tried it both ways, and I promise you I've found a lot more gold with it just on the...
normal without it. No,
yep, on ground balance 0, so...
yeah.
Threshold sounds pretty loud this morning. That doesn't matter because that's my cabana settings, right?
Right.
Notch out the high numbers for the cabanas, the low numbers for the iron. Recovery at 6. I usually just leave all my factory settings except for the ground balance 0.
Yeah.
All metal always.
Recovery's on 6, huh?
Yep. 5 here is a little low because it'll...
yeah, that's what I'm on, is 6 also.
So now I'll describe why the 5's low. It does go a little bit deeper, but when you do get to a short, it shorts it for a longer period of time, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if your recovery's on 8 and you can run a higher sensitivity, because when it does short, it'll short it faster. The processor's on a recovery speed of faster, right? So it won't be in your ear as long. So you'll hear a geek instead of the gurk, like a longer sound.
Right.
On a recovery of a longer sound, you'll hear a longer sound when it falses. So that's the only reason I do that. And some days I like to run 8 because I just don't want to hear any sound at all. Your thresholds just sound like with no sounds. And that way when you reach out and you hear it go, you know that there was something there that the threshold changed.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a little double step out, lean out, and then I'll go, oh, there is a target out there. So something will come within 6-8 inches out there and the threshold will change, and then that'll cause me to go, oh, there is a target out there. And I found 2 different gold rings because of that threshold change. So my pattern's an 8-foot wide pattern with a 6-inch threshold break. So I'll go. So then it's just, I don't know, I'm taller.
So what are you running your threshold number at then most of the time? How high
As loud as you can stand it, really. Yeah. And I'm a guy who likes nature, and I like the sound of the waves and the seagulls. But what would you rather have? We come to Metal Detect for Gold, right? Yeah. Yeah. So that's just it. And then I'll just do this. I'll just pull it out and then hang it over my ear like this, so that I can still enjoy my nature. And then I'll have one blasting.
Oh yeah.
So the Equinox, I consider it pretty deep on the beach until I did that test the other day, to where I couldn't even get to do that ring at 12 inches. I was mad. I'm like, wait a minute, I've had rings at 2 feet before almost. What's going on? I didn't know. But so this obviously, and I'll do this occasionally, right? So you want to see what the hell's down there. So there's your shell line right there, and you can see your compact. So maybe I would come to this spot no further, because anywhere it's too deep, right? So I'll do my zig, I'll come down to here, and then I'll do my pattern change. And then for this, you can clearly see a hump to here, so you can keep your pattern tight. You calling that as a penny? What is that right there? Zinkin? The 19. So Zinkins are usually in the 20.
More of a 19 there.
Probably a Zinkin. I'm going with a Zinkin. Oh no, it's bigger, so it's a sinker. Yeah, so I hate changing plans, but when I get somewhere, if you found 2 rings on the way into the water, do you leave this area where the 2 rings were? No. So for me, that would be my sign. That and the buried penny. That this is that right there is the real clue. 1820. Zinging. So the grunt's still there. -4, -5 is the grunt is still there. $12.13. Yes, sir. So this is this is where it starts, right? Look, so penny, penny, nickel, and I haven't even made one turn yet. Or yeah, this is the top of the one turn, right? Solid 13. Ooh, that was shiny. But again, you can tell somebody hasn't been somewhere in a while just by the targets and the numbers you get with the Equinox. $15, slight grunt. Full tap. Now, do you guys think it's more efficient or less efficient to dump it out like I dump it out. How's it going, bro? Now we really did come here to water hunt. The only reason I stopped from water hunting was because there was a sinker where it needed to be in this sand up here. I know Pat wants to water hunt, so we'll go ahead and grab him and get in the water. 24 to 30. 24 to 30. And we just discussed this, right? So when you find these green quarters, you're in the right spot. So I'm going to leave this one humped up and see if I can create a hump line. Loud 6. Oh, I never did finish that question. Do you guys think I should just shake it out every time? Or do you think it's faster for me to do my kick? $21.20. Like, I guess that one would have been faster because I'm shaking out the same amount anyway. Lincoln. It's a pull tab, it's got a grunt. Now listen guys, this is coming quite far back away from the beach, but there's still sounds. And you could go all the way up to these dunes, the nefarious activity spots. This is a really pristine beach all the way back, so people could easily be all the way back here. 21. Zinking. Zinking. And we didn't come here on low tide to hunt the white sand. Just laying there. Wow, wouldn't those be nice? One day guys, I'm gonna find that. It's gonna be just absolutely real. Looks gold in color, but there's no way it doesn't have a luster to it, because this thing would be just like blinging, blinging. I mean, it would be just amazing. I don't know, I guess there's some writing there. How cool would that be if it was real? What? Oh. Guys, you see how smooth this sand is? I mean, it's super smooth, right? And then when you put a scoop in it, watch. It's like concrete. I have not heard one sound yet. Not one sound. So this is all just smooth sand covered. I mean, you can see where they're walking on the plateau. So from where they're walking, that's 6 feet of sand from where we were just hunting up on the white sand. So this is a transition down to here, and there's still 2 or 3 feet of sand here all the way down to where Pat's at, and then there's just piles and piles of sand on the inside on the other side of him. So he's right at the spot you're going to want to be at today. I'll stay just outside of where he's at, so I'm going to follow him just to his outside. It's just an 18, squawky 18, most likely a sinker or a Lincoln. We will see. All right. That's always good, guys. Sinkers are good. $25, $26. This is just like, what did Ron call the bottom? A honeycomb? It's a honeycomb bottom. Literally, there's really hard to find targets. Copper. $30. $28, $30. Let's see how deep these quarters go. That one wasn't very deep, was it? A really weird, I don't know, sounds like a bottle cap. 17 with a grunt. Don't know why I got it that quickly though. Okay. Zipper pull. Pretty much a dream sound for a dream spot. Okay. I hate finding prescriptions, guys. I really do. Ooh, and I scratched them. Yeah, I scratched them. New Balance. Somebody's prescriptions. I hate finding those. Super loud 13, 14. Super loud 13, 14. Most likely a pull tab. No, sir. Another pair of sunglasses. Not sure how I just ended up burying that dime or penny or whatever it is. Dime.